Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I am trimming my hair. I'm going to show you guys how to make your hair healthy, and this is just more than just a tutorial. This is something I'm showing y'all. This is my personal routine, and I'm going to show y'all everything that I use to prep my hair. I'm going to show you the products I used, and we're going to start by straightening my hair. But first of all, I'm going to show y'all the products I use to prep my hair. So first of all, I started washing my hair with this frizz control shampoo from Shea Moisture. This is very good because it controls the frizz and makes your hair still leaves your hair clean. It does not have sulfate, which makes it very gentle for your hair. And I'd like to go in again with this Head and Shoulder shampoo. Yes, I double shampoo my hair, and this Head and Shoulder has pyrrolidine zinc, which fights dandruff and also helps soothing the scalp. So it reduces irritation, and double cleansing is very good for curly hair, especially because it tends to have buildup. So when you have curly hair, it has more curls and more buildup, so you want to do double cleansing. And then thirdly, I go in with my Shea Moisture Curl and uh, Curl, Curl and Shine Conditioner. So this has a soft and sleek finish that helps your hair to, when detangling, it's more easy. It doesn't like put so much skunk. It's so easy when detangling. It's so smooth, and the coconut in this conditioner helps it to slide. And then this is something I do personally. I use this on my hair, and it's a aloe vera gel. The only one I could get is the after sun one, but I want to let you know that you have to be very careful with this because it has some chemicals that can cause irritation to your skin. So if you're using this, it really helps your hair to slide off, especially if you have type C hair. Uh, I have type 4B, 4B40, but if you have C and you have trouble with detangling, this can help. It smooths your hair, and it makes it very easy in detangling, and which helps reduce breakage. But remember, you have to be very careful. Personally, I have sensitive skin, and this one irritates my skin, so I try to keep it away. Every time I use this, I keep my hair away. You can use a head wrap or a bonnet to keep your hair away from your face and protect your pillows too. Now that's all that's done. For trimming your hair, you will need to use just one product I use this TRESemme Heat Protectant. Make sure you use heat protectant. I use this one from TRESemme. Use this one from TRESemme. It's a heat protectant, and it's like a primer, and it's like reduces the breakage. And sometimes when you don't use a heat protectant, it's gonna cause frizz that later on is going to be a breakage. So I really recommend you use heat protectants. So even if your blow dryer doesn't have too much heat, just make sure you use heat protectants, especially when you're trimming. You want your hair to be as straight as possible to make sure that you're trimming it the same height. And of course, you're going to need a hairbrush. I personally use this one. It's been really great because it follows your hair, so it reduces breakage. And then of course, scissors. So without further ado, let's start blow drying. Excuse the camera angle, I am using the mirror, so yeah. Oh, another thing I forgot to say is make sure your hair is dry, because damp hair with heat is a recipe for breakage. So make sure your hair is super dry. You can even prep your hair a day before to make sure that your hair is completely dry, because you'll still have heat protectants, right? So just make sure it's completely dry. So right now I'm going to detangle my hair. You see how sleek and shine that looks? This is from the conditioners, and also the gel, So with straightening my hair, I'm gonna go with sections like this because I already did the section, so it's going to be easy. First of all, I'm going to start with brushing it. Not very hard to brush it because this hair is super prepped. It's really prepped well. I also oiled my scalp. I'm going to go bit by bit because my blow dryer tends to have so much heat and you don't want to, you have to be safe. So I'm going to start blow drying this and then this, and then I'm going to go. So guys, I'm done with this blow dryer. I'm gonna go in with the flat iron now. I'm going to section my hair, start from the back, start flat ironing. Guys, look at my hair. Look at all that volume. Look at this hair. I just went outside. I just got a package. I had to go sign off this package, and it's something that I've always wanted. So I'm so excited. I'll do a short video on unboxing this right after we finish this hair tutorial. So not tutorials, more like my routine. But we're going to continue. And fun fact about trimming your hair is that the split end, it travels down to your shaft, and when it gets to your shaft, it gets more, like, it makes more breakage, it makes more damage than when you trim your hair. There's a saying in Swahili that says usipoziba uta utajenga ukuta. That saying means if you don't like block a really small hole on your wall, you end up building the whole wall, the whole entire wall. So if you don't stop something when it's really small, it's gonna build up and going to cause more damage. So with that being said, let's continue. So you see the thin ends of your hair, and then with your rat tail comb, you're going to measure the middle using your nose, of course. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then we're going to make like a U part or a V part, doesn't matter. Try and make it as equal as you can, and not too big. So that much. I'm going to do the same thing to this side. I'm gonna brush this back and do your middle part again. Should be easier now. And then, so you're going to use this one to help you measure the amount of cut you're going to do for this side, and then you're going to use this one to make sure you get the same size for this side. So this one, okay, I'm gonna just put this away because it's like on my leg. Put that away too. So I'm gonna start with that. You want to comb this out, and then you see where you want to do the cut. I'm not doing too much, so that's the amount of cut that I'm gonna do. So there, that's all the split ends and tiny hairs. So you go in with your scissors. I'm using your guys as my mirror, so. And then cut. Just like that, you've got your first cut. So I'm gonna use this to help me measure the amount of cut that I'm making for this other one. So like that. Then I'm gonna come closer so you guys can see what I'm doing. So you see where this ends? I don't know if you guys can see it. You see where the other one ends? It's at the back of it. So where the hair stop, this is where I made the cut. So I'm just gonna trim off the other one. Continue doing the same thing to this one. See where the last cut ends. See where the last cut ends. Then you trim the rest of that. Try and make it as straight as you can so you don't miss out on in here. There you have it. That's your first batch trimmed. And then I'm gonna continue with using this one on this other side and then this one on this other side. So I'm gonna start, I'm not gonna touch this yet because I wanna come to like halfway. So continue the same thing. The less you have on your hand, the easier it makes the trimming. So after I trim this, I'm gonna use this on the one on the back, like all the way through. So same thing, see where that one ends, right there, and then you trim the rest. Just like that. That's how you trim the ends. Then we continue and continue and continue. I know my hair is really trim. It's really thin. Okay. Yes. I don't know what my neighbor is doing, but it's so loud. It is so loud. Mm-mm. You've trimmed and which ones you haven't. If you don't have clips on, I just feel like if I don't have them on, it's just I move faster. So I'm just trying to remember. Okay, so it's trimmed. Most of this. I'm like at the back. Yeah, that one's not trimmed. So at the back, you have to be very careful. Use some of this from here. Okay. Sometimes you can just see like, you see that? It's so light. That's usually where you just touch the end. Don't go crazy cutting your hair. Just like touch the ends and stuff. No. This one's done. That's how you do it. After you trim it, like for example, I'll show you. So one of this is trimmed, half of it is not trimmed, and you can just see from where the other one ends, and that's where you cut the other one. Like, see how half of it is not showing? Okay, you see how this one is trimmed? I pick this one, combine it with this one, right? And then see, you divide this into half because it's too much. Oh, You see where this one ends? See this one, where this one ends, and this one's, they keep going. So that's where you kind of trim it. And we're done with the side. So side is trimmed. If you can see that it's like a straight cut. Now I'm gonna do this on the side. So guys, that's it for today. I hope I've given you some ideas on how to make your hair healthy, natural, sleek, all that good stuff. I hope I have helped. And make sure you subscribe, please. I have more tips coming on how to maintain your hair. If you guys want more of that, let me know. And let me know if you're going to trim your hair. Let me know, and let me know what products you use. Thank you so much for staying until the end of the video. Subscribe. Bye.